is
just anything that's
shocking
more
from
in
them,
depth is like
frankly.
the one.
This is their map pick. It has been a tough one for
And there's a lot of stats that
and
are
frankly,
like
it should be a good one for them to
not
get back
useful
in the
that I
game
guess
and
people
take
look
this
at,
thing
so it's
to
nice to
split.
have like
G2 back to Jet, no more
like
neon
duels,
for Icy.
3v3s,
That was touch and go
2v2s,
at times
etc.
for them in their previous game.
So that's
Here we
really
go,
nice.
set up towards B.
Yeah, why does am I
Gonna be pretty
losing my
expedient,
mind?
I dare say. In behind the
The
outro.
minimap look okay, maybe it's
And
better.
they pull back. This is reminiscent of the Lotus play over at A.
And funny enough, this is exactly
Is that-
how G2 started their pistol round
again.
the last time they played Ascent.
Don't
against
tell me
C9.
they just get one shot
Identical
everywhere
so
across the
far.
map.
All but the Sova here from KRU got pulled in the direction of A after that exchange. Against NRG, KRU really took a beating in tree around this area. That's where they suffered. As
that hits 3, right?
Round after round. That is huge info though. Followed up with the molly. Jonah still on the back step, was able to clean
Jonah's
up
an
Kesnet, though,
absolute
through
shot
the
here, though.
masonry, no less.
That man with the sheriff.
They close the door to isolate over towards A main. In
comes
reaction, they
Trench
go
now,
fast
threatening
towards Heaven. He
that
still
Heaven
has
pitch.
Omen Flash.
He's
Wait, they
gonna
both
eat
still
that
have Omen
entirely,
Flash.
and he asks for seconds. Valen delivers now as Shy is going to make a little bit of noise heading to Heaven, but Jonah P's not ready for it. It's Melza operating from the 7th circle there in Hell. Trent deals with it.
What
Player
the
advantages.
hell,
just throws
Shy?
himself
You're
into
an
this here,
absolute lunatic.
avoiding the recon. Now can play off MTA and upper, but Valen in A main is going to be the undoing factor here. Now it's MTA V3 and G2. Okay.
Why did they play like this? Okay, definitely not as together as some of the rounds that we saw on Lotus. We had no one to actually get any kills off of the Omen Flash. I don't know what the comms were like from Shy and Melza. Definitely felt like it could have been a little bit better, but I understand why he wants to flash so early, because pretty much his only opportunity to do it.
With Jonah getting that kill,
And then Shy sent it into a smoke, into a recon, which honestly isn't the worst idea, but...
very cool adjustment to throw KRU off, maybe thinking it was going to be the same thing.
And then maybe the comms over towards A main didn't look great, because I don't know, it looked like he didn't think that guy could look at that angle. For pistols at the moment, we're at 1-2.
The B-side extremity there and holds an angle briefly before conceding it. G2, no one loves to slow it down more than they do.
That is a fact. They like to take their time.
Got ecoed last time, but that's when they had a hero gun. Close they have to a hero gun is this Marshall.
Just over a minute now, still to play with. Mid essentially given up here as KRU opt to try and stack the A side.
They got two people that could work as info gatherers if they wanted to. At the moment, they're going to try force over towards a stack. Yeah, and they work out there's a stack. There's 3 people so far.
G2 do know there's a heavy tree presence as a result.
Valen getting up close here.
No, 5 up short, right?
Falling off. And yeah, G2, classic round here, taking their time, working the map.
Okay, well, good luck to Kesnet.
Mid now, gonna pivot into B where it's just
if he can get one.
Marshall.
He's about to get more than he bargained for here, I suspect. Leaf, though, will stay embedded in mid here. I don't know if Shy's aware of this. Icy cleans him up. That Phantom brought up here, finding value. Jonah! Okay,
good.
Had a chance to respond after the first shot. Kesnet's very low. Trent eventually just going to pepper him down through the wall. Leaf tries to challenge
this isn't too bad. Okay, so that's the 2 deaths they were allowed.
3v3 in the post plant. Icy with the big gun. Holding that market angle. A bit of damage.
Hey, that was nice. Contact into Trent, ready to spam from backside.
Trent, so solid on this map. A real knack for using those weapons with the high bullet pen.
Oh my
goodness, okay.
Understands where the recon went and where they can avoid it from.
We're going to see that with the Odin when the side swap. I mean, maybe even picking it up on attack. It is useful for that counter spam onto the enemy Sova. That battle on B is incredibly important.
Melza here has a crack at it.
Almost a gun down. Okay, very nice from G2.
Already, I love how G2 are working the map. Valen has so much experience here, and we saw another experienced IGL.
Smart, yeah. It's a good understand. It's just that he pings on the floor as well, just to make sure that he can get his get it right on the spam here. Yeah, as soon as he throws that recon, I mean, it's just a sign of someone that plays a lot of Sova.
Absolutely.
Like my recon scans all of this area. The only place they can hide is this wall. Not gonna hit here.
Their defense was their weaker side.
Kesnet couldn't get in that game either. So far, he's been astounding on Lotus.
Hey, Trent with his ult as well. The most classic ult, really, that teams like to fall back on is the Hiko. Recon. If the recon hits over towards short, you then either ult the guy short or you ult sight. Do they want to use it in the bonus? I mean, it's a really good bonus. I think they could definitely use it here.
Risky business.
Yeah, they've done so much damage to them.
Only 35 points of health left. Not really a great spot here to refresh that one way. He might save it for main to buy a bit of time. Leaf though could take him down through the middle part of the map here. Hunter's Fury getting thrown out. Icy trying to get ahead of it now. Kesnet though, what a timing out of tree. Not bad.
Oh, he dashes out and his teammate goes forward. Yeah, they nearly traded with the
Kesnet a little low, gets a tickle from the shock
spam.
as well as the wall comes down. We want none of it. He'll break through
that was nice. Break the door, create a little pressure, 1v2. Hey, these two played pretty well. Honestly, Crew played all pretty well. There's like a lot of baiting for people here. Shout out to Kesnet for hitting the first shot on tiles. G2 did enough damage though. Gonna have 3 people that can't buy next. Did use the Sovro into though.
Finding Leaf, you know. Obviously, frankly, everyone should have an idea in a situation like that. The KJ will be in tiles. They'll be walking towards mid on the A hit. I mean, we've seen this millions of times at this point on professional Ascent play.
I feel like the epicenter of this defensive setup for Crew really is around Kesnet and Heat, who do want to play towards that tree side, and Kesnet wants to, you know, move between mid and maybe even heaven if he gets an op. Those two pivotal here to Crew's strategy.
MTA now the one picking up the Guardian over towards B. Again, it's all about that high bullet pen.
Okay, big round. Worth 2 on this one. Melza dodged towards A.
Get a kill if you're fortunate.
Good and short.
Towards mid this time, Crew. So Kesnet probably doesn't need to be nearly as vigilant as he's being about that part of the map, but he's determined to jump spot it.
Shy here just playing contact off the turret. Common for the defensive B main hold.
Very cheeky.
That was sick.
Right in the
Molly to damage the drone.
So
gets him out of drone.
Okay, 0 point doesn't really tell anything new to G2.
Find the alarm bot. 50 seconds though. Are they just sending it? 3 people on B. Don't know when the recon's up, but
ready for a dash from Icy and he goes across. Looking to test that switch, maybe.
Might be able to get a KO flash here in time as well. KO's coming close. Maybe they need to tuck in with the KO being so close on the rotate.
But they're all grouped up in CT, Crew.
Waiting for that paranoia to
yeah, it's in a small bit of
only a judge though. How does he get in range to actually get a kill? He will swap it
in terms of just like the team play from Crew, you can tell the Nord is comfortable on this map.
They're going to clear that. They get the info.
That's the last flash, but well used to make sure they're not going to get backstabbed. Still a bit of time to work with here, but Kesnet doesn't really have anything to work with. Molly in a boathouse, that's not going to be bothering G2 whatsoever. They're happy to split around that one. Kesnet gets one.
And nice shot from Melza as well.
Melza on the side, pushed up. One smoke to the right-hand side. A boathouse means that G2's options for swings are limited. It's Melza giving it a touch. Kesnet approaching now at 40 HP and Leaf wins it out. It's all up to Kesnet.
Nicely handled from G2. Okay, Crew got to eco this.
Pressure. Convert the round.
Leaf gonna go down to the
they just messed up back of sight, right? They had 3 people here, and the guys back of sight kind of just need to delay. It's pretty much on, and like the rotates were slightly off as well, in my opinion. Like the Omen should be watching middle so that the KO can go help over towards sight with the flashes over the top. It's spawn. Oh yeah, slightly messed up there, Crew.
They contact clear B main.
These two swung too early, and it ended up with the 2 rotating here. Like the Omen went to here, and the KO went to here. But they should be switched so you can flash back sight.
Walkabout down mid. One way was sent from Melzer over towards A. Standard from them. It's going to be a pop flash with the standard.
This is so Crew. Oh, we're on a save? Better go mid.
All boys
Crew
dead, right?
Fighting for mid on this map, whether it be flashing out of a smoke like that with multiple players peeking, or even more commonly is a lot of times they'll go for 2 players in mid and that duo of Heat and Melzer that you're going to see playing tree.
They'll do it here.
Over and over. They'll swing out on Cat. They just like to find these aggro timings. It's not complex with the utility.
No one getting hit by this knife is going to give them free info that they can just dry swing this. 4 people over towards sight, time pretty low, can't really cancel this one.
They have more than enough confidence.
They got like what, the next ult break.
Okay, fast hit behind the null command here. Not exactly reinventing the wheel at G2, but it's quite effective. Here comes Icy. Only good for the one. And
Yeah,
then pistols.
really nice
Crew
shots
are
from
starting to
Malza.
sing.
Kesnet
Now the
went
Trench
down
Race
to
slow
a
things down.
molly.
Melson from heaven could be an issue. He's forced to back away, but MTA catches him out of Jonah down inside Null
30
Command.
seconds left.
Zaleef has to come in. There's no chance to bring the KO back into the fight. This is a bona fide 1v2 as G2 are at risk of getting thrifty.
Placing swarm grenade.
Leaf is
Last
pinged out.
player
Now
Whoa.
the swarm into the back of the site.
Wait.
Goes over the head.
Oh, okay. Dude, I thought the molly was
Can't
like
get through yet.
bouncing
Spike not to
onto
hand.
him.
The money's not great here either for G2. and
Yeah,
it's still
really nicely
tested.
played. Good smokes here.
Leaf
Dude, I
feeds
have no
himself to the
idea. I'm pretty
beast.
sure Kesnet like 100 to 0 tanked the molly. Shout out to Malza here, by the way. Malza did so good.
There. It's that active fighting from them. Backside running out of heaven. Just swarming the players at Gen. When they've been on that site, G2 haven't even been able to tap the spike, haven't been able to be in a position to even think about planting it.
Finally.
Yeah, they didn't really buy too much into this. It was actually just sheriffs. I do think there's one thing that I watch in like pro play where you know when teams, you know this you win the pistol. Okay, so you're on the second round. You know this whole like 3-2 where you buy a rifle and then you have 2 ghosts and the ghost can be a little bit proactive and spot a stack. I do think the teams, like this was a good example here. You know you have the round before, there's like 2 people from G2 that survive. There's 3 people that have to rebuy. You look at G2, sorry, you look at KRU's money. They're 100% on a reset, right? They get 1-9 loss bonus. So they're sitting at like 2-3 max if they had a good round. I really do think that you could just, teams could start going for like 4-1 buys, and the 1 can just do the same things the 2 do in this round, where you search out. It's like the one thing in pro play that kind of annoys me a little bit, because I see it on the second round, but I don't see it on that round. And it doesn't work all the time, because obviously if they have like 2 hero guns, you don't want to be having like a ghost or whatever. But the human drone is just like proven good. Just be able to scout the stacks.
Hero Guardian here, actually.
I think teams could implement it more. I'm only speaking about it because this is like the best example I've seen really for a while.
In stage 2, always a standout for the G2 squad. But so far, it's true they've just had a read on him, like that round where.
Yeah, because those kind of rounds should never be happening.
On his attempts to go for that lurk, a backstab, and a post plant. Maybe this is a round where he can get things started. That lone rifle.
So here it is again. Early probe at 8, take alt orb, then pull out. Couple players posted up in mid here for G2. They're hoping to capitalize on KRU trying to contact peak out of cat.
It'd be devastating.
Pretty standard setup here from KRU, but it is effective. It's standard for a reason. Again, that turret to take contact, but rather than someone swinging close
Is
to
the drone, so he doesn't have to recon this anymore. He can just wait for the turret and then insta-spam off the turret.
Spam down those players in B main.
Okay, they know he's
And
there,
then he
but the
realizes they
guarding
got through the choke
isn't
point.
here.
Now he can get the
Right now,
recon off.
G2. Oh,
There we
buddy!
go. That was played
First
perfect.
get ugly. Jonah riddled with
Pull back
bullets
to
there.
sight. Isn't it?
Kisnet, he has a timing, and that's the gun taken away from G2. The one they were hoping to capitalize on
Save the
here.
kill.
Kesnet now just gets to cut a bloody swathe.
Dude, are they really going
remainder
to
of
eco them,
G2.
pick up 2 guns in the round before and then keep 5 alive?
He makes the smart
Yeah, the
decision.
money's going to be outrageous.
Self-preservation instinct kicks in.
And it's about damn time because, listen, there are a lot of moments with KRU over the past couple weeks where Kesnet is looked to be reverting to the old him, where he's doing way too much, taking way too many risky fights. And makes the better
And the
call
full,
there. I thought he
none
was
of them
about
need to
just
armor rebuy.
dash in into eco players,
Their
but
money
he
is
does not.
outrageous right now.
That's a good sign.
The shoulder angel finally had his attention for long enough.
He chose the light path. Nicely done from MTA there. There's something to be said for G2 struggling to break these recon darts and aunts though. My god, that's another one that gets so much value against them.
And they're looking awfully readable.
It
KRU
was
at least
just,
able to
an
make
eco, I think.
one of the right choices. That late timing there from Kesnet to find a flank was huge.
Knife going to be sent out, but actually Kesnet is just able to get outside of the range. Face! They take out Leaf!
1-for-1, Kesnet in danger!
Oh my god, a
Icy
nice
brings it
round
down.
from Icy.
G2's duelist gets
Gets
a
the
little piece of
trade,
action.
gets 1,
Now
insta
thrown
sends it
over
over
the side,
towards
he
site.
gets in.
They can
Only
omen ult
MTA
towards
through
side as
CT,
well.
And that smoke will stymie him for now.
tagged up as well, straight.
Maybe a bit of a
Gotta be
different
on a
page.
street play, right?
Like one wanted to fight a little bit, one wanted to get out of there.
If he can get the tag,
Ended up
he might
just
try
double
to even
1v1.
things up. Maybe this recon will reveal a G2 player.
Will G2 break the ball?
Susceptible.
Oh, that recon
Here
has
we go.
been sent.
One tag comes out. MTA now under some pressure. Oh, this could be rough.
Dude, MTA sent that recon out. It landed like over towards here. Nicely done from Trent.
Far less experience under these conditions. What, 41 rounds of Sova played before this match. And KRU down to 2 players now, and something we didn't see.
They got a lot of money. They could stick around, do some damage here.
Considering here, but the money is very good for them.
Yeah, I was going to say, look at the state of
Yeah, you could even omen flash lane for your mate here.
Dismal for G2. Kills really
Even
matter.
omen flash lane for your mate.
They've got to get out
Or
with these
just
guns.
wreck
They need them.
everyone.
And yeah, the spike will go up.
Jesus.
But Jonah's likely to get out of
Some
this
nice
alive.
shots.
Slim just playing at the edge of the explosion. One gun at least brought in as G2 get back in the lead.
Of course, you're never going to be satisfied.
Bren,
to use the
hello,
gun
hello.
down, but a small consolation prize. is
Nice,
pretty-
dude. How was it?
G2 on this awkward buy. And if KRU can win this following round, they're going to be able to send them on to a full eco.
And
Yeah, shout out to Icy here. Great impact.
he used to have a turret to take contact for him around logs, and he would play B-Man against NRG, but he could always overpush multiple times in that series. Now though, playing back, also playing off his teammate. So a bit of a variation there for Kesnet that's much safer, much more effective.
Yeah, it was another situation where he actually tried to get out. Shy tried to get out. He just got caught by Icy at that
And then Kesnet
last
repeaked
second.
it. That's the sussy part, I think.
It definitely is. Here's MTA with that Odin once again. You mentioned that Sova matchup. You know, the agent that most people would associate Trent with. It's the one that he burst onto the scene with years ago. Has always been one of the top Sovas that we've got in North America. And MTA new to the role. This man has only played 40 rounds of professional level Sova in his entire history. Going to need to step up massively. Looked uncomfortable against
And the
NRG.
Guardian's trying to...
Ill-timed utility.
He doesn't
Missed
feel
the
comfortable
recons at
to
times as well.
spam this. Mr. Drone to create pressure like we're falling out towards middle. Also good info.
Looks like Heat was tagged
Or
up and
Andy
forced
middle.
off of it.
Lambot's going to give him
3 players
loads of
over
info though.
at A for Crew for the
Shy,
time being.
he
He
just
surely wants to
insta-pop his ult
Beeline
once they
over
shoot the
towards this
turret.
site. Just now about to feel some pressure. Okay, TP in from Mels, so they've reinforced
Well,
it.
they used a lot here.
Lockdowns for both sides.
Now what?
Counter lockdown is nice. Will G2 try to accelerate?
Omen Flash is really good. Dude, G2 needs to cancel this.
They're going for it. Wasted too
Holy
much time.
hell.
He showed the paranoia.
Holy hell, they went
Still
for
shot
it.
fights too. All right.
Leaf did really good to get 2 kills, and
Lockdowns
honestly,
are gone
Icy
at
breaking the
least.
ult was nice.
Nobody caught by those. G2 with 2 players to swarm over B with. Now operating from a disadvantage.
It's really doable, man. Leaf,
No
the fact that
command
Leaf
is
got
popped.
2
He
kills here.
has one flash available as well. Kesnet with the operator. Love that.
Yeah,
Little switch
Bogdan.
mouse with a weak player with the op. Bogdan's Law.
Volley here thrown over towards
Wait,
both
Pansy,
halves.
why have you not
I
flamed
see. I
still
like the
for flaming
idea.
Bogdan's
Also
Law?
misses the shot. That could hurt them
Surely
crucially.
we see that in EME at one
Eventually,
point.
Icy is gonna be brought
Surely we
down.
can bring that one up.
Can't really find purchase on his swing.
Yeah, very nice from them. I'm surprised that I'm surprised G2 got that as close as they did.
A little moment of indecision, perhaps. You know, accelerating to try to break that lockdown, but they wasted a few seconds. Shy posted up and ready. MTA swinging
What a
the
shot.
stairs, fighting together against those G2 players pooling out of main.
He did great in that round, man.
Hesitation might have been there
Honestly, I'm telling you, the fact that that was even a
awkward
round
situation for
was
them.
very impressive from Leaf.
And it was
Should
an
have
awkward
been
situation
not
created
even
by
near close.
Shy, a player who I feel
They
is
win one, they
pretty
lose one,
underrated
forced down
and
to
has been
eco.
stepping up
And maybe like this
so
will be one of
far.
those rounds where I'd suggest the full one thing that I said earlier.
Called
Right?
4
It could be really good
attacking
to just kind of scout out stuff,
Now down onto a weak buy.
or at least like have someone that can take
Love
some
a
kind of
little
risk.
more coming out of this half.
It only really works on attacks, so this isn't a good example.
Trying to play a bit of a bait setup
Anyways.
here. Melser inserted into Wine, one-way smoke down, going to peek off of it. And G2 will
The
back
great
up.
recon.
That bad weaponry, at least
Great
for now,
recon.
waiting it out.
Jonah has the molly for this. Melsa has to move quick. I think they need to swing on this defensively.
Well,
They
and
do.
this bait's
He catches out Train. Here comes the dash. Jonah P deals with the omen.
Oh,
Kesnet though waiting. Patient
kind
with the
of
operator.
really hate playing Wine against
Tough
ecos.
position to break for the defenders.
And that was a rare whiff in this
Yeah,
series
we used to
from
ban
Melser.
that.
Really been on
We used-
fire so far.
we used to ban
Should have
this.
had at least one
Allowed.
for free. It's going to give one rifle away to G2 as they reposition, working towards catwalk, smoke deep mid. Are they going to venture forward into mid, try and break that alarm bot? Because right now it's the signifier for KRU that there won't be a B split, that this is still headed towards A. Heads up from Jonah to break that.
If he breaks that door, though, it does leave the possibility of a market play open.
Oh, the timing on that's pretty unlucky. Wait, really unlucky.
Shai will check this
Oh
manually.
no. Wait. Dude, Jonah P could win this round.
This is just raw
It's
contact
nuts.
from Icy. It could go
1
wrong,
HP.
but smoke comes up. Operator stifled for now, and Icy found heat there.
Pretty sharp.
Very low health. This is G2 trying to get value out of that Vandal. Link now on the side. Has to plant
Okay,
his
no
feet, but Shai
timing. Yeah,
drops
the guys
down.
on site had to like get 2.
And it's Jonah with 5 HP to save it, and he only has a pistol.
That's unlucky.
And again, KRU are so fast at getting back in on A, not even giving them an opportunity to tap the spike. Their play on that site has been lights out so far. Despite G2's nice little mid-round haul from Valen to break that alarm bot, then work towards Cat. Shai is back in so fast.
The idea is fine, right? They
Yeah,
embed
Tumo
Icy
should be
in
fine
line
now.
with the recovered Vandal, and he tries to
Test it.
find a play through A main.
Quick peeks now.
Has the cloud burst to avoid the off shot.
At least I think it's fine.
A lot on the line.
You get
for
timed
G2
out, it's not
in
on me.
this round. Everything invested. Trent with the Odin. Counter spam ideas from him.
Zero is brave. Dude, this guy is frying them once again.
Outrageous
Now he has the
shot.
op.
Shouldn't be possible, and yet here we are. Shai wants to push up now behind this recon. Tara's going to take contact. He should have been ready for that. A trap
Double.
able to find
Wait.
2 somehow. The spray is good. Now smoke towards CT. Kesnick could
He
have had
ate
that
the
shot,
flash.
but he's flashed off the
Oh
angle.
god, it is getting
Surely not too
spammed
smart
down
shots.
from that
Not too
Odin.
much.
This
3
map
quick
is so
plays falling
dumb,
quick
bro.
succession as G2 lean into the B site.
And it's just the B site where success has been found for them. Unfortunately, you know, save for Shai making a nice play, anchoring effectively. They just have not been able to lock this site down like they have over on A. You know, perhaps trying too hard to anchor the site, not playing for those.
They went very
aggro
active.
floods,
They were very
trying to fight when
proactive
G2
considering
were
it was a
getting
4v5.
out of main. That was the one round where they did win, when they did exactly that. For the most part, this anchoring has struggled for them. How the hell did Trent get through there? I wanna
proactive?
see
Yeah.
that on the replay.
It may have been a double swing that ended up being a
Sometimes
line-up.
you need
I mean,
someone
if
to
you're
just be
Shai,
like,
you have to know that Tara's going to take your contact there. You should be
4v5.
ignoring it. But he had his crosshair set
Play
maybe
the
for like
advantage now.
an updraft of Icy on top of that position. Not sure. There will be a save for KRU. The money's getting a little skinny. And they recover the operator dropped by Kesnitz.
And frankly, at this point, even if KRU take the final 2 rounds, content with this for G2. 5 is enough on this attack. I mean,
Okay, buddy. Yeah, they'll line up.
Lotto, but yeah, it's just a lineup. That's really tough.
Good for
Trying to
G2?
go
Yeah, they're
for
doing
that
great.
Active B main play,
A lot of
getting
rounds.
caught completely. They haven't found the answer for that site. Their
Dude, I feel like
proactivity in
Kesnit's
main
mental's
has
got a
failed.
lot
They've been
better.
getting caught, even when
But when we
they
used to
got
play
a
against
first kill with
KRU,
Kesnit, he gets caught, Shai gets caught.
Not
The
that we would
active plays in
purposely
the
go for
anchoring
it
have
too
been
much,
tough for them.
but we knew the tilts a lot.
0 points exchange over a day.
We would kind of just do a few things to
tilt
tilt him. But it looks like he
down
stays
means the
pretty
focus
calm
for
now.
G2.
Even that round where
They haven't
he
been clearing the alarm bot with
even that round where he ulted his
shots.
teammate
That's something NRG were
the
able
other
to do
day. He
routinely
just
against
laughed
KRU.
it off. So I think he's
They'll do the old-fashioned way. Hail of bullets.
I
They
think he's
count
got a
through.
lot better
Smoke towards
mentally.
CT with Shai, yeah, will probably just pass through there. Kesnit from Speedway catches Icy on the fadeaway.
Shai gets backside as well to support quickly.
Whoa, the
Kesnit
crouch,
caught.
dude. Where's everyone
The
crouching out
duality
here?
of Kesnit again rears its head.
And look at this patience from G2, just controlling the space. They don't accelerate off that pick.
This noise cut is so excruciating for KRU.
Yeah, just keeping options for themselves. Waiting for that smoke to regenerate, and now MTA is cut off.
They don't have a smoke for market though. It doesn't seem to matter. MTA got blown to smithereens as he stood in CT. But Shai held that Speedway angle.
Luck, man. You
Now
gotta do
Hope
so
double up
much.
with
You got no
Melsa.
help.
Just the 2 of them for the time being. Help is on the
Ah,
way
he did
though.
fantastic,
He
though.
needs to get there. In goes Melsa. Can't win that one.
Big 1v1, and this guy just gets all info. He's spotting over towards the lane, so doesn't have to worry about that for a little bit.
He has all his
He
util.
spots him. Hello?
Here it goes. Valen steps out of the molly here. Has to find a swing from Dice. He makes some noise. And Valen capitalizes.
Fantastic
Six.
from the IGL. Not only does he lead the team with such expertise on these attack halves, working the map, calling a nice slowdown like he did in the mid-round, waiting for that smoke to regenerate, to cut off that angle in spawn, making the right plays.
Yeah, man. Little crouch
so
on this one.
Kesnet's trying to project anger against his shoulder ranger with that shot.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Such a close miss.
That's sick.
And again, getting caught out by something that G2 weren't doing on Lotus effectively. But there they do, just a nice double face. The fundamentals looking cleaner for them on their map there.
Now, one way, of course, is up for KRU here. G2, though, don't fully respect it. So TP across the way. Standard protocols here at the start
Guy
of the
has
round.
kill drill. Leaf 2 away.
A new setup for KRU, though. This operator watching towards A main. Hasn't it tucked pretty close? So it's the noise cut here from G2.
And there's a lot of ways to break that crosshair placement here, to be fair. Drones for both sides getting up here. Leaf knows there'll be an alarm bot, clears that instantly. Does he blow the door open?
This guy purposely get hit by the knife?
G2
think so.
Such a nice job of denying that alarm bot.
Pretty confident Valen purposely got hit by the knife to keep 3 people over towards A.
Leaf classic for you. Finds it timing up mid every time. Turret thrown in his wake now. Here's that defensive lockdown.
Jai, behind you.
They clear it. It's Icy
No way.
Shy.
He didn't even get the kill.
And yes, the TP in there for
Yeah,
Valen
hey,
clears
shout out
the
to
lockdown.
Valen here. Gets hit from the knife on short A. Keeps 3 people here. Leaf then gets the kill on the person that's rotating over there because they really think with the fake info that they're going over towards A. And no joke, this round is all down to just the fact that him getting hit by the knife.
I mean, you just don't. Kesnet with an op. There's no way to retake this. G2 certainly going to get 7 on the board. Phenomenal attack half. The team do so much good work for Valen to allow him to just make fantastic calls on all of these rounds. It was only towards A where KRU were finding success. And 5 on defense, you just can't imagine that's going to be enough. A tall hill to climb when the sides swap.
Melsa here, just letting it settle in a little bit. The reality that KRU only able to get those 5 defensive rounds here on Ascent.
7 should be more than enough.
A good omen. We'll say that much. G2 with a great burst of speed, something that we didn't see from them at all at Lotus.
Yeah, didn't really go for that one.
Retake to clear the lockdown.
Certainly not. The fundamentals are looking better. They're starting
Great
to look
sign.
way more locked into the game now. This is their map pick. It's been a tough one for KRU in stage 2.
This was the round.
So far, Trent,
The round that kind of confirms it.
that duel of the Sovas. The experienced Sova versus the Sova with only 41 rounds played professionally.
Last player standing.
Could learn a thing or two from Trent, one of the best that we've got in Americas.
Quick break now. A nightmare, of course, to start for G2. They've
Wait, they're going for a break again?
Here on Ascent. Can they even up the series? We'll find out after this.
They're doing a change up now.
There's those
But
questions
it's still
about
pretty fun.
how is the IGLing looking like, how's the communication looking like. I got the chance to listen to the KRU voice comms to see
Never
how
tried
they're doing
console?
on that map
Nah.
of Ascent, and I can tell you guys that it is pretty much what Adam said.
I
Melser
probably
is
might
having
at one
the
point.
last call on those
It could be
decisions,
fun.
on a general idea as well at the beginning of those rounds, and then everybody else is adding into the general idea, oh, let's add this as well. Let's do what we did in the round before. Let's also be aware of these.
When are we
little
running
things,
back to
and
5 stack?
that's
That's
the way
actually a
that the
good
communication
question.
is gonna
Oh,
work.
Fio,
Also, Kisnet
Fio,
is
message me on
maybe the
on
most
Discord.
vocal in those mid rounds. You see him always very
Not that it's
animated,
5 stack
and
based,
when
but
you see towards
it's
the end of the rounds,
you'll
the
understand.
the Vice Merchant seems to be a little bit of shy, and also MTA
That one I tell
celebrating
you.
all those rounds. Also make sure that if something went wrong, they're
Yes,
able
no,
to
you're
fix
fine,
it
you're
for
fine.
the next one.
Nothing bad.
One more thing as well, MTA
Keep
and
it.
Shy are working
How's
a
Leaf
lot
doing?
together, so you
Pretty
get
good.
the chance to see them.
Kind of got wrecked on the
kind
of got wrecked on the first map,
is having
but
the general idea of those rounds as we talked about. There's some cool ideas there. The vibes are good, I can say, and Melser 100% the IGL on those big rounds and big decisions. This is everything that I have. Let's send it back to the casters for the second half.
Thank you very much, Dan Dryad. And now we have a great chance to put this calling by quasi-committee for KRU to the test. Tackside Ascent, one of the toughest challenges for your calling game in general. G2 managed to navigate it.
Kesnet,
with
raid
grace.
boss.
Now it's up to KRU.
That never leaves the pool.
Full on Kesnet for this one.
Experience can excel. We saw
See what the only one flash for the
Such a
KO.
ringing map.
Hold up.
Never leaves the pool, man.
Are you flashing close here? Or are you flashing sight?
No defenders trying to swing off that. Big pressure on Leaf now.
Okay,
Wait, we're not even flashing at all.
Retreat to Logs under
Flash
pressure.
sight, yeah.
Leaf takes a crack and it forces away from Melsom. But it's going to be Trent exploding from stairs. Kesnet though bides his time. Was able to find 2 from Logs in the end. It's 300
Oh my
on
god.
Melsom, but Kesnet.
That's why he's the raid boss, so he can tank some of that damage. Do that.
16 for 7 already in this map, despite being down. Icy.
Oh my god, who dinked this guy?
What a great way for KRU to build up some buffer.
Okay, very, very nice.
Less of a successful
Where are we?
campaign on the
2-2,
defensive side
right?
of this
Chat?
map. Good way to
Right?
get back to parity here with a
One on
pistol
each
round
map.
win.
Yeah, fantastic start. I love that position from Kesnet while the rest of the players are storming into the site. Just plays a bait position in Logs, expecting G2 to try to flood quickly out of that CT smoke. That's exactly
A lot
what
of people
they did.
complimenting the
Waited for a
casters.
sound cue
Yeah,
with
I mean,
a flash
Uber's
coming through,
just
swings at the
insane.
perfect time.
Uber's just insane.
Lovely play.
Great. There's a lot of stuff that
Expecting
I would
G2's
never.
moves
I
perfectly.
don't know, man. Casters' brains are so
All
mad.
classics for G2.
They just think of different.
Valon
They
here
just
still
they
wants
just
to
think
try and at
differently.
least signal some strength at A. But KRU don't really seem to care.
But yeah,
Right past
Uber's
that
insane good,
one-way
man.
smoke.
Kesnet has full armor and a Vandal, by the way. Another day at the office for your superstar from KRU. Steps away from that recon now, and he might look to challenge Trent. A little bit of damage, he's happy with that, sidesteps it. And now KRU will embed themselves in the site. Ready to draw blood.
Nade is
Great
so
volley.
good.
Trent
Oh
just
my
ate that
god.
for breakfast.
Flash as well, just for further delay.
Yeah,
G2 would be
we got
happy
anything
with
else for him
any
here?
damage here, but it's not
Dude,
looking
the MTA
likely.
still has his drone. He doesn't even need to use it.
Close to those knives already. Going to be cleaned up with ease, but it's after this anti-eco that the real test will
Okay,
begin.
Shy, you need to go pick up that gun.
For their calling style.
Yeah.
All the players contributing. We've talked so much about it. It's been such
Did
a
someone throw the
massive
gun to him?
shift for them.
Jesus. What the?
And against Valen,
Okay.
one of the toughest
We got
tests
the
you can get
Odin
for
out.
Such a fantastic
And
IGL.
let's see what.
But
I
not
mean,
so
the bonus
far.
is nice.
In this series, really, if you at least consider Lotus, we did not see G2 really look decisive at all. They really took the initiative. They gave up so much of the map.
Uber come from another game. Yeah, CS to
See how they look
Overwatch
here
to
on what
this.
ostensibly should be a bit more of a comfortable setting.
And already Trent is on that Odin. Part of the reason that they just go
What?
with the classics.
Not how you want to start it. Oi, what the hell was that?
Just a sixth sense from Trent for the jump timing to safety.
Yeah, you move a muscle and Trent has that itchy trigger finger.
Okay, they've come up
Oh,
mid though,
dude, he
so
might
through
farm
market,
them
KRU have
back
access
side
to the
here.
big
He
side.
doesn't
Two
have
G2 players
recon though,
entrenched in Boathouse.
but
The rest of them on the way.
I'm nervous.
Taking their sweet time though. This is pretty sluggish from G2.
Oh, it's a really good
Putting a
Omen
lot of stock
flash.
here in Trent to hold this.
Oh, it is a really good Omen flash, man.
Now it's a little awkward.
Yeah, now
G2
what?
with
Now
three
they
to
can
play
pick up
with
the
from
Odin.
Outside of the site. Valen may
I
as
mean,
well be in a different bloody
Bowser can
postcode.
get an upgrade backside as well.
Absolutely ran over the paranoia
And they still have
from
knife.
Meltzer. Maximum value. Just caught back Boathouse. SMGs at a range like that work perfectly fine, running and gunning.
Call that the We Did Special.
The economy on the line for
my God.
G2. Do
What a
they
flash.
commit? We saw them in situations
And they tried to
like this.
time the flash with the
Allo is
recon as well. That was
indecisive.
very
Do
nice
save,
from
do
Crew.
go
What a
for it.
bonus.
This time, they opt
What a
to
omen
save,
flash.
opt to not get caught, and bring the rifles into the next. Bonus round converted.
Like,
Rifles
coach in
recovered
Overwatch?
as well. Those
The most I did in
SMGs
Overwatch. I did some observing for
higher-level
Overwatch. That was
weaponry.
about it.
And Crew are off to such a hot start on their attack.
There's a longer story than that, but we'll just leave
Away
it at
they
that.
walk. Crew have managed to clamber back now into the driver's seat of this game.
Really when?
And
Like the
how easily
Overwatch
could
World
they
Cups.
just waltz up mid through market, make that B split happen. G2 again giving up a lot of the map.
So much free space, so much reliance.
Yeah, I
on
did
the
like some of the
anchors back there, and
original
frankly, you've got
tournaments, like
Trent
right at
with
the beginning of the game.
backside.
First Overwatch World Cup,
You're going to
second
expect
one.
those two guys to pop off. Trent runs
I think it was the
this
second
map.
one. I think I did two or did I do three? I can't remember.
Shock dart. Even if Meltzer goes down, MTA was right behind Leaf. G2 saved for this round. They saved those 3 weapons for this.
3 suppressed.
3 spotted in towards A main. One way stepped past. Heaven will be reinforced here, at least for Trent, but he's only working with a Sheriff.
And Leaf is pushed all the way into B main, so you can see G2, they are stacked and ready for this A hit from Crew.
Jonah tried to take a time in there to flash himself out of the smoke, playing off the paranoia that came in from Crew. It was all a ruse.
Utility dragged out now from the defenders as Crew, they fall off.
This is G2-esque.
Work back towards Shy, who's just been patiently controlling B main. Leaf had that space earlier, but he's backed off. He's playing off of the turret contact.
Knife info over towards
Okay,
A.
so Trent does have a
Get
feeling
more of
that
a
something's
stack
headed
over
towards
B.
B, but G2 don't have ways of getting great
Get more of
info
a
on the A
stack,
side.
not too much.
And how much support can he really
Brent.
offer? He's got the
Ooh,
recon.
I don't
gets
like
broken,
that.
Only has a Sheriff, only 65 HP.
Oh my god, what a shot though. I don't like the Trent uses
Hold
his
the line
recon like this,
passively,
I'm not
but
gonna
was
let you.
forced away ultimately by a Nano Swarm. Okay, two's pretty good.
30
Two is
seconds
pretty
left.
good. Now Crew,
Wait,
Trent back towards
they want
market.
to
They
kill
want to stay
before
here
they go
and fight.
say?
And fight
Oh,
they will.
that's a weird call.
MTA.
Yeah, now there's an
Wants to get
Odin
away from this
down lane as well.
And that's a nice double face there from Jonah.
Okay,
and
Shy
obviously
has to
to
do a
find
lot
another
here. There's
in-lane
2 low HPs. Very
position
doable
from
2v4.
Shy, getting close, but gets
Oh,
caught
they
from the
knife close to see if there's anyone
Jonah
here or
plays
B main.
utility.
It's good.
Always so consistent.
MTA full flash there. Shy not so much.
Last player
Hit there though through the top of the main. This is ugly
Hey,
stuff.
this was
and
handled
G2 get it
very
done.
nicely from
They realize
G2.
the Crew want to fight on the side. They realize
Yeah.
Crew actually
I like this a
running.
lot.
They're 3 stacked on Speedway looking
I mean,
to fire towards
Leaf
market.
did so much,
So G2 back away and
to
say,
be honest.
no, go plant first, then talk to us.
That is some outlandish activity from Leaf, though. Anchored back there. I mean, that should not be happening. What is that? 4 headshots with the Stinger close up, strafing with mouse 1 held down.
We just saw Melsa pull something similar off in the previous round. Yeah, sigh of relief. I don't blame you.
Just
It's the
like
hardest
that,
game
they
to
are
observe,
right
probably
back
this.
into the game. Cruise Economy, though, the beneficiary
Probably-
of that
probably
bonus
this.
round win, so they're going to be able to buy up into this one.
I
buy up
observed,
into the next as well.
I did a Rocket League
Trent
tournament,
has the
and their observer
only
client doesn't make
active
sense.
weapon upgrade from that
They
Sheriff
don't
who's
have
stuck
numbers,
with
so you
on
don't
the
know who the hell you're
previous side.
pressing. So
Pretty
you're just
standard
gambling.
setup here now
But
from
maybe that's the
G2.
hardest to
It's-
observe, but that's just because they're
there's that
clients.
one way.
Ooh,
not
There's
good.
that knife and aiming. Fell in his face.
Just Overwatch?
I mean,
Nah,
how many
Overwatch is
first
right.
bloods has Meltzer got in this series?
Melsa was the only player on that
Colour
side
spam.
of the one-way, though. That is audacious from him, and it pays off. Here comes the push. Icy backs away. Hit with a paranoia, so a cloud burst to buy him a bit of space, but he's lit by the recon. Still good for the spray down on Heat. He's down to 11, though. Dash across the site. No. Met by MTA, but from heaven comes Leaf, and Melsa now wants to try and accost him directly. But the Outrone's going to slow it up a bit. 2 versus 2 here. So much early action in this round. And Trent still has an Odin to play off.
So
He's
much
10
time though,
HP
and
wide.
Melza has his ult. I'm not saying that he's gonna. Oh my goodness, what was he? Was he actually considering ulting?
Shy in the 1v2. Leaf low on HP.
Only a shot for Trent. No one at Gen. That was a
Oh, it's so doable.
off-angle plan here for Shy, and out into hell he goes.
Why do I feel like
G2
he's gonna get
have to
spammed?
unravel this. A game of Clue to find where Shy is waiting.
And how do they play this together? Does Leaf throw his life away? Just a little juicy piece of bait for Trent to trade off of.
Just a
waiting
little-
to cycle that recon.
A little amuse-bouche for Shy. Oh, buddy, that's not good now. Down to 17. Shy could have had it.
So
He's right
stupid.
there. But Trent is there for the
Nicely handled though. Good U-turn from Trent. Recon cleared pretty much everywhere over towards site, so it's like, well, he has to be under. No chance he would have got over towards main, so.
Melser's so
Better spamming.
clean right now. Icy trades one back, but then maybe saying for a little bit too much as Jonah. Regardless of all that, though, I appreciate the speed that Leaf and Trent were able to get there. Leaf, he did get that first trade to even it up 2v2 as well. That was the crucial one. That's a high-impact kill.
And what did G2 do about the fact that KRU are routinely disrespecting this A main one-way smoke? They are pushing
it's not great to watch when it happens.
They just do not care.
But
you can see
it's still,
Util's
good.
Aggro, though. You know,
I'm telling you, this map is not making. This map is not sticking around. The next map will change. There's no way it survives. No way.
But even still, you know, given up and relocated towards Catwalk, they want to apply pressure elsewhere with this operator.
This time, surely.
No chance.
Do you know, Heretics
drops that operator to the
wanted
ground.
to have it as their permaban because they thought that in the last map pool change that it was going to go out.
Slowing things down now. Our
It
crew
just doesn't.
can't be mad at that. Smoke is going to go down mid.
That was like their main reason for banning it
It could be a cross back to B.
at the beginning.
Kessler just stands his ground where he killed Icy previously. G2,
They were sure it was gone on this. I
expecting
want to see the double
pressure on
setup here.
Catwalk.
G2 gambled well.
Jonah in the corner.
Oh! Captain, my captain, it's Valen for 2. Jonah still hasn't revealed
Wait for the res
himself
then
yet
peek.
Sees Melser cross. He's got to fight too, and he does it.
Dude, they had no idea where it was coming from.
Biding his time.
That was nicely done.
patient.
Yeah, he was very patient here.
MTA now.
Mind G
Shocking his
Waft,
wake.
thank you, man. Appreciate the 10 months.
Faces of the crew fans
Thank you
here.
with the prime. Appreciate that.
They threaten to let another
Ooh.
one go begging, and it's Trent once more to deliver the
Yeah,
death
maybe a
blow.
timeout before this one would make a lot of
Finally
sense.
coming to
Jonah
life
P
on
played this
this
very well.
defense.
This double setup over towards
Listen,
short was the
sometimes you just
one.
take a convenient
Honestly,
little
Valen
spray
did
through the
insane as
smoke
well.
like
Just
Valen
pixel angle
did,
spray,
but I
right?
love that Jonah didn't press the issue.
Was
You
he
know,
ahead of it?
you're watching.
Oh,
yeah,
not
he
even,
did
short.
just get a
Got
little
smoke
bit of
off.
info there on Kesnet. But the fact that Jonah allowed the res to come through, that is a great sell. They had no expectation he'd be there after that. I mean, sure.
He's padding his stats. What are you saying?
Sure, yeah, just allowing him to get res. Sorry, Valen, that one's mine. VLR looking good for Jonah. Now that is such nice work from them. Despite Icy going down early, despite that first blood from Kesnet.
The patience here from G2. Kesnet was waiting for them to try and trade, make a later peak, expecting G2 or hoping that they'd maybe start to get nervous with the lack of info they have about mid in general, but they had Trent set up. He actually, I think, lights shy with a recon. So G2 don't feel the need to overheat, to rush, they wait. And that patience that's so characteristic of this squad, again, pays off.
And the thing is, though, with Crew throwing down that smoke in mid, feigning a potential crossback to B, that makes it quite unlikely that they're going to go for a B split, right? That they're actually going to be pushing up mid, otherwise it would have gone deep.
You're not going to push the smoke, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, kind of giving unintentionally a bit more of an idea
There is a lot for this
Valen to
one.
call to just maintain that setup
A
towards A. There
lot.
wasn't
A
pressure from them
lot of
in B
options.
main
A lot of
either,
ults
so,
that cancel ults.
you know, despite that man advantage, they perhaps make it a little bit too clear cut to
E2,
Valen.
are they going aggro? Is this
Definitely
flash
so,
over?
that's
Is this
Let's see what G2
recon?
are going to do now
Is this
towards
the
A
con
on this round. It
overall?
looks like they're going to have a deep recon, and if that connects with anyone,
Right here.
Trent is going to pop that Hunter's Fury, try to get an early kill.
Very passive, though, for Crew early here.
Okay, I like this.
Okay, I see.
Maybe if the recon hits as well, they
That's
might
one
all
way, I
on
guess,
top
to
of
try
it.
and answer that early game
In reaction to them
from
taking
Melzer.
over towards A main,
It's actually Trent
Crew
with
speed
the
up towards
off.
middle.
After the recon, just rotates to mid, picks up the angle, but will be smoked off.
Deploying drone.
The alarm bot will be broken too. So Crew applying some
Ren
big map
up the
pressure
leaf.
right now.
The leaf Odin.
Pretty clear with the Aldro.
Initiated.
Lockdown going to go in on B. Valen had actually
that's
pushed
1-0
up
for
into
1-0.
A main and is now going to TP back.
Valen
B
at
cancels.
least
Crew have market,
fakes
though.
it.
Kesnet might have had a
Isn't
timing
it?
here. He's trying to get ahead of it. He was
Gotta-
hoping for the window
gotta
between
back
the
off.
two lockdowns to give him the space to deal with Leaf as he returned to the site. It doesn't happen, but Kesnet is still set up in a powerful spot at market here.
Jonah P has no more.
No, we're not ready for it.
Oh my god.
2 for Leaf there.
And they invest the overall
They're
into it.
things out.
They get over towards
The
side
fuel
though. It's still a
dirge
very
for Crew.
doable 3v4. Jonah P has no more util left. Trent has his own
Access to the site
ult
for
if he wants to
Crew,
stop
but here comes
this.
that Hunter's Fury going to go a little bit wide. Shy was trying to plant in an unusual spot. To his favor, he will survive. He won't get tagged. And now a
Oh my
smoke
god.
cycle for Melser will go down onto spawn.
On his head.
They want to play forward. Yeah, they do. That's MTA getting aggressive. The new man for Crew pushed up close, trying to make the play. Shadows traveling.
Valon's about to get busy here. MTA is good for it.
Did he
Very
get
clean
recon in
work.
one?
Now from CT,
Oh
the direction
my
that G2 could come
god.
from. That's a second for MTA. Racking him up.
You
He
mean-
and Melser have the crossfire. No need to go aggressive, and yet he wants to.
Oh, no.
What? For 3.
Jonah P.
Oh, no, they
Yeah,
try
free
to
gain
double
to free K.
swing. They get so aggro, and G2 were trained on the angles, crosshairs in the right spot.
And that was unlucky
It
for
was
MTA.
G2 to
He
be
did really
forced
good,
to make
and
a
he never
move
felt
there.
comfortable to get his recon out because he just didn't want his teammates to get wrecked
Absolutely
here.
nothing. MTA already made such a great play. This push-up totally caught Valen off. Look at that onto Icy. Prediction, seeing the dash.
Oh,
And then it's a 3 versus 2.
oh my god, that
Look
was
at
sick.
that from Jonah. Starting to see some excitement from Icy, who in the first map was head in hands.
Talk about letting the game come to you.
Yeah.
That is exactly
And what was
G2
that? Was
want
that
in a
7
situation
ults
like
that went down?
And Crew, those old tendencies bubble to the surface at a pivotal moment. Still a buy here, but not much else to work with. Shy.
Goodness
Already down
knows
to
it's
87,
sending
no
it.
armor.
Jump.
Doesn't matter. He can still click.
Leaf completely caught off. Kesnet just barreling through tree.
All right, Icy and Valen try and turn up the heat here now.
Valen.
It's down to 2.
Wow,
Jonah
man,
again
they're actually
getting
gonna win
involved.
this. That's insane.
Nice for Kesnet.
Is
Spike out
those
in
are
A-main.
sick.
Kesnet needs to cross this gap. One is good.
Oh.
Has the dash away for the second.
Dude, it was such a nice,
And has
fast
those knives put away for the
decision.
time being.
To just
Oh, buddy.
send it over towards
Just a
site.
pistol.
The flood on site
two
was
for
so
Jonah.
cool.
And
It looked
some
so
things
much
are
more
inevitable.
decisive on this. That was like their
Despite
main
Crew
thing.
being down,
This was like the most
winning or
decisive round I've
losing,
ever seen. It
Kesnet
was
is just
such
going
a
to
fast
drop a
reaction
bomb.
to
It's
just insta-hit over
20-11.
towards site.
What a shot
3.
that was with the Blade Storm.
Turret takes
Thought this
contact
was like
with
the
Shy, but
complete
Jonah
opposite
doesn't
of that.
overswing it. Time now for a rotation
not this
for
guy
Crew
again.
towards B, but they stay at A instead.
Okay,
Closer
it's
there,
all
but
good.
Shy is one
Can't
shot
back to
quicker.
back to back yet.
Crew get one
Um,
back. Not a moment too soon either.
Yeah, nice double face. Jonah undone. Fair
No
attempt
ults for
from
anyone for a
him.
little bit as well.
What shots from Kesnet? I mean,
Wait,
he
the
was
rounds have been so
sending
close
it
there,
through
they don't have as much
full
money as I thought.
aggression. Shy catching Leaf on the walk down. They're not out of this just yet. It's been a tough half. G2 looks stronger right now on this map. A Crew are clawing. They are fighting. They are looking better than they did previously on Ascent. They are rising to the occasion, keeping this close on G2's pick.
It's been close though. G2 won 4 rounds in a row, and after losing just the one, they're already down to a half buy. Their economy being taxed round after round after round. So Crew have a chance here to convert once more.
Oh.
Melser!
Bells,
buddy.
bro.
No
He
one
had
expects
no
that push
idea
to
that they
July
were
from
going to
G2. What
walk
a
push
variation.
close.
That is totally new from them, playing off of that recon to get so deep in that position. And look at this.
Oh, and then they
already 3
triple
stacked up
shot.
for these players.
Not this time, Jonah P. Not this
Shots.
time, buddy.
Oh my
They'll
god,
never
the
play it back
shots.
at the
It's
very
such
least here,
instant
and lead through the middle
headshots.
part of
That's a
the
gun
map.
down
Just
here
get an
though.
upgrade in weapons.
Down bottom
Cannot
middle.
get there. Got himself a Vandal.
We're down to a 2 versus 2.
Can't blame him. Nah, I mean, this
He
is a
has
very
some
nice strat for them to
quality
walk close,
utility
to be
to
honest.
play
Not
with
many
the
people do
flash
this
and
at
that
all, so it's just trying to
Molotov.
get info if there's
Look at
someone
the
holding the
reposition.
angle,
This
that's
is
it.
lovely from
Or
Crew.
like maybe even
Flipping
pushing
the
close.
site, playing from heaven. No way Trent
Shots
expects
shots in this round are
Glass cannon
ridiculous
anyway.
though.
Tough fight to win on the best of days. And Leaf decides to repeat. Both players for Crew set up in heaven now. Leaf is unarmored, lightly armed, only the turret to work with here. Nothing but a dream. An MTA plunges the dagger into the heart. Crew find their 10th round.
Okay, real nice.
They're playing
Real
with such a
nice.
decisiveness
Good shots
on
up
the
towards
attack
shot.
right now that I love to see.
Yeah, I feel like
from
both
them.
teams have been crazy decisive at the
and
moment.
Meltzer trying to jump,
Like every
he
time
just
there's
gets caught.
some kind of push from
What
G2,
is that
and again
decisiveness
it's
that
normally
they
a decisive
lacked
push.
previously,
There's
that they
always a great
lacked
reaction.
in their
Everyone's
first two
involved.
matches of stage 2 on attack, where this IGLing free-flowing system between all of them just often, you know, brought them to a situation where they were. Do we slow
Disjointed.
down? Do we hit? It was so disjointed, but right
Look at this
now, it
timeout
feels
as well,
like
dude. Everyone gets
whoever it
low
is that's
money,
making the
so if
call,
they
they are
lost this,
sticking
they'd be
to
at
it. They are putting
like
their foot
3K,
on the gas. You know, they are
3,100.
working their way into A there. They're following the plan that is called. There's no counter calling. And perhaps even if there is a situation where that is coming up, Meltzer, the one with that final say, is putting his foot down immediately, and they are sticking to it.
G2 there at least trying to keep a bit of a lid on the economy of KRU, as that's now 2 consecutive rounds that they have won, and G2 say it's time to take a sidebar. And what you can't see is that, at least for now, they have brought an operator into the hands of Icy, something we haven't seen a ton of yet. They are going to be essentially full bought, just with light armor on quite a few of their players.
Odin is going to be
Well,
there for
it's pretty fun right
this,
now.
But I'm really
There's a lot
looking
of
at the
good
state
stuff
of the
going on.
alt economy here. There are none online yet, but players just on the cusp of getting them. Crucially, MTA 1 away from the Hunter's Fury.
Jonah P2.
Shy so close. So you could see a clash for the alt orbs. You could see a situation, and G2 are predicting KRU's attempts to get one in the hands of MTA.
What is this, 3
You know,
passing A main?
To spam that with the Odin, fight that in B main.
There is a defensive pot for G2 over at A main with 3 players. A very deep 0 point, maybe to try and scout out the cross to wine.
And that's some good utility dealt with already from the KRU attacking side over at B. They break that turret that
They did a little bit of pressure over towards B as well. They break the turret, they shoot the recon. Over towards A main, they threw a knife, it hit one. It was Valen, he backed off.
They're going to fall off now. And G2, look, they are aware.
Yeah.
They are confident in playing towards
Yeah,
mid,
G2 are
forcing
proactive at the
towards
moment,
A
way
right
more
now.
proactive than we've seen.
Same angle
Come
here for
spot
Icy.
to see if anyone's pushed over towards
Holding that
middle.
cubby spot with the operator. Unlikely to see any action here.
This is going to be incredible timing.
With the 0 point. It's going to drop in.
Ult orb for MVA. He's going to go for it straight away. MVA,
Oh my god, it
perfect
cancelled
catch.
the...
Hunter's Fury shut
It
down.
cancelled
What a
the
great
Sova
0
ult.
point from G2. That's dirty from Jonah. Oh, I see. You know you want to.
Down A.
Misses the smoke shot. Can't repeat the heroics of Kessin those few rounds ago.
It's going to get spammed at one
Now in
point.
hell they go. No plant quite get for
my
KRU.
God.
G2 down to 3. The spray
Oh.
for Trent. Probing, searching, questing, finds nothing.
Dude, G2 need to win this one. They're going to have no money.
I see with the operator here. Lee starts to soften him up a little bit. Kesnit a little low. He's seen better days. 3 players for KRU embedded here on the side. And Trent strikes first. The jet is down. MTA trying to fire off from Gen. 2 players set up here, but they're both low. Melsa smoking his way allows him to play from the blooming outside part of it. And MTA
We didn't
and
swing.
Icy can only trade.
Biding his time. Melser.
Gives it a tickle. Swings the edge of that smoke.
No.
How does he get
How does he get... How does he won that one? Oh boy.
Melsa wins it out, and KRU.
Yeah, how's he
they're
won
gonna make
that?
This one real interesting, folks.
And G2,
Never
they're
would
all
have
sitting
expected that this
around
map
like
would be
that
coming
much
down
money.
to the wire in this
One
fashion.
after they buy.
G2's pick, a
Dude,
pick
what
in
did
which
that look like
looked
from his
dismal
POV?
against NRG just days ago. Playing with so much more gusto, so much more decisiveness.
Oh my god.
Melser stepping up.
The barrel's
for the
in
entry,
his
finding
face.
Clutches. The team looks like, yeah, an electricity that we haven't seen from them in the first couple stages. The confidence.
They won 5 defensive rounds. KRU have had to go
Yeah,
nuclear
and
here on
they
this
have to
attacking
get
side.
triple
And
stingers.
straight away they're into mid. They're going to trip that alarm bot. But again, we know G2 will work with so little. Just dregs. Fumes.
Pushed up into B main right now is Leaf. One off the lockdown as is his Killjoy counterpart in Shy. Both of them away, just 1 orb away from that crucial ult. For perhaps the final round after this one, maybe even in this round 23, depending on the situation.
Shot timing there from
MTA
Trent.
is
Gets
having a
some
rough
damage
time,
on
man.
MTA. 0.3
His
is low,
ult
forces KRU away.
Gets cancelled last round. He eats a
This is so
shock
good
just
from
as
them,
he
that
joins
pressure
this
in
round.
B main. It's
Call
given them
comes
the
in to go up
information. They know
short.
that forcing
Heavy
them off is
rotate from
probably going to
G2.
be-
They're
look at
ahead
this
of this
rotate
one.
from G2.
Oh
They
man,
are
they might
on
get
their
4
way
in
to
sight.
heaven already. 2-3 trying to beat them to the
Oh wait, they can definitely eco them.
Straight through the smoke. Spike now loose. Kesnit forced to back
Massive
up.
duel
He's
on
suppressed
sight.
for a moment, but
Oh,
he's
what
already
a
on the
hero
side.
kill.
Valens, I expect him to be so deep.
Yeah, they got 4 people
comes
here. They should
Kesnit
fast
now to
jump
follow
out.
it up from heaven. Here comes the push from G2, but Heat receives the first. Is traded out. Kesnit and Shy.
They're
Dynamic
booking
duos
it to
here.
B.
Have to
They book
salvage
it to
this for
B and this
KRU
guy
and
stays
avoid
short.
getting thrifty.
Oh no.
Can Shy
get
find the
2.
timing
Surely.
right now?
Good discipline.
Oh,
Just
Icy,
one,
bro.
just one.
Icy had a nightmare in the
Now G2
1v1
the
last
player
round, but he's
advantage. Kesnit has no
absolutely
choice but
owned
to
this
send it.
round.
10 seconds left.
And there are 2 Vandals headed his way.
75
No
HP
armors on
planted
them.
for Stairs, playing backside. He's been the star of this series. One of the best duelists that we have in the world.
It's up to him once more. A pivotal round here. G2 looking to start to build an economy for this last push to take the map. And they're going to be doubled up. Coming downstairs. Kesnit, though, has a feel for this. Here's them squelching through the mud. A shoulder peek. Just gets a look at Trent. Then tries to take the fight proper. Still needs to be safe about it as Icy's going for the defuse. Does he know? Does he know?
Trent, calm.
Trent brings Kesnit
Calm
down
with
and
it. What a
G2
round from
take
Icy.
one important step forward.
What a round
What
from
a
Icy.
masterful call from Valen in that
Yeah, they
mid-round.
really run
After
top of
they
this.
fought for
They
B
got
main,
such an early
forced
rotate on.
Shy back. A 0 point came in from Jonah. It caught no one. He was expecting after that moment, after they had to give up B main, their plans of a B split over in that moment. He knew that they were going to have to rotate towards A, beat them to the punch. The entire team got the heaven.
Yeah, what a
flooded
bounce
out,
back round from
fought
Icy,
on
yeah.
site,
That's sick.
stopped the plant, denied it. Fantastic from G2 in that round to convert the eco. I'm blown away by how heads up, how intelligent that was from their IGL. What a call.
Stage 2 playoffs on the line, and these two are leaving it all out there. Crew have wasted no time in getting up mid. Is what they do on these saves.
3-person stack.
And here it is, null command. They want a fast hit towards B. Not the most original, but definitely effective. G2's defenders all fall back to the site now as a lockdown is going to be deployed by Shy.
Wait, that's...
And they're going to have to sheepishly
They have to try and get out of sight, and there's everyone watching them. Oh my god, this was such a cool round from Crew. They took heavy market control before they did the killjoy.
What lockdown timing going now?
And frankly, a misplay from G2. Do you really want to stack that site against the lockdown?
They've let it go. Okay, Jonah.
Okay. I thought we were about to see something special. That was, man, a good ascent so far.
Completely batters G2.
What an attack half from them overall. G2 caught in the net of that lockdown. 3 players anchoring back site when that's active. It's just disastrous. They're forced to run out. They're caught by that crossfire, by the split coming in. The excitement from Crew, something we haven't seen in weeks.
And again,
401st profit. Thank you so much, man.
I
appreciate that. Thank you for doing that.
In the biggest of classic Crew manners.
Yampy, sorry that I missed your sub as well, Yampy.
They have come alive. MTA with a respectable showing here on this map.
It's an important game for both teams, yeah.
Absolutely.
It really is.
MTA has been playing far more solid than he had,
I had
in that NRG game.
lamb, chicken, rice,
a bit of comfort on the
and
stage, playing
what else
his
did I
role,
have?
doing what he needs to do. And again, you don't need a guy like him to be some fragging all-star coming in. You can clearly see that they've got enough of that. They just need him to be the consistent role player for them on this flex role. And he's doing that for them today.
Contoni, I think I missed your
Lovely
sub as well,
job
bro.
so
I appreciate that if you're still here.
Ascent.
I know it was a while ago.
I can't believe this has gone to OT. Coming in, I really thought this would be a clean win for G2 on their pick. Historically, a far better map for them than for Crew.
I mean, again, that was an odd round calling-wise for G2, right? Like you said, stacking the side
I
up
thought they
against the
kind of
lockdown
had
command.
the read. It's just
had
the
to
fact
pull
that they
out.
lost
They
market.
caught in the crossfire.
Like I like that.
Completely
Take market
outplayed
control,
by Crew.
deep middle, and then use the killjoy.
Icy not going to opt for,
Sick.
you know, that glass cannon operator.
Then what you do on
sticking
site?
to the tried and true, the Vandal, the heavy armor. It's going to be 2 Odins, of course, in the hands of the Sovas.
Crew, big presence in mid. Are they going to smoke this or flash themselves through a mid smoke? They are contacting.
Crew have not gone for
the middle of the
this.
map.
Yeah, they mix it up in overtime, and Leaf has a chance to
Brothers just
annihilate and win
striding
the
out into
round.
the open.
He could have a
What is the
round-winning
timing like?
opportunity here. I mean, obviously they are ready. So common for a KJ to be in tiles in a situation like this. The 4-1 hit, so common on Ascent.
Okay, stacking the tree, and look how low Jonah P already is. Trent finished off.
Well, as long as Shy stays alive, this alarm bot's gonna get
Only
the
one player left on the
fuck.
side, that is Icy. Somehow he needs to buy some time, and Leaf needs to get in through tree. Melsa, though, stalwart. Shuts the door in his face. More than happy just to keep this guy busy, and a kill is a bonus. Icy found one. In hell, make it 2. Kesnit, though, threatening, pressuring Icy.
That was a nice try from him. Dude, cool run from Crew. Something completely different.
Meticulous from
Just a
Crew,
1-1,
cascade of kills. They
but
just
the
come
one
in
was
and
over
pick them
towards
apart,
short, and
one
then
by
just a
one towards the
3-person walk
generator.
towards mid.
The U2
Mid.
was
That was
lovely.
sick.
The swings for
They
each
just had
other
so many numbers here.
were perfectly timed.
Switching sides.
G2 players isolated that presence in hell. The smoke came down from Melser
Yeah,
there to
that
cut
Omen
angle
flash was
off,
sick here
which
as
allowed
well.
them to isolate the player at Gen. Fantastic work from this rejuvenated Crew, the Crew we saw in stage 1 that we didn't see in the playoffs, that we didn't see the past 2 weeks. A Crew that frankly looked like they might not even be able to make playoffs despite having 5 wins and now 1 round away from locking up that spot in the stage 2 playoffs.
And that was absolutely brazen from Crew. They walk up mid, no U-tilt, no nothing. Nothing but the bootstraps, and Leaf has a passive angle on tiles. He doesn't want to swing, doesn't want to check cubby, and lets 4 players into treat from Crew. And G2 were already weakened. Jonah full flash when they make that swing. You've got to call a timeout here because now your opponents are starting to style on you. This audacity, this is so classic Crew. And G2 need to find a way to make them respect them.
And now G2, they have taken that timeout. They are going to be swapped over to the defensive side where both teams had struggled to get rounds. It was both of them finding more success on attack, surprisingly, on Ascent. Can they step it up here in the final moment? And again, with a series win here, Crew will clinch a playoff spot. They are 1 round away from achieving that goal.
Yeah,
They were supposed to be headed to
slow
Shanghai.
update.
They were touted as one of America's strongest prospects at that international tournament. They don't even make it. They fall to G2 in those upper semis and then lose in the lower bracket. And that's
Thinking
when
just
things
water,
get
man.
a little dicey.
Nothing
Now
crazy,
a chance
don't
to
worry.
rewrite history and peak at the right time.
Icy now, operator picked up, glass cannon, angled down mid. Here, as it's Valen working his way in.
Not even a knife for a default.
He's there.
What a risk.
Oh my god, they
Will
have
find the
no
timing?
idea.
4 flashed. Valen chooses not to capitalize on that though.
The flash is making it too
Playing safe
obvious.
here. Another flash.
Why
Still
would you
Valen
double
breaks.
flash unless someone's
And that
whining?
might make Crew think he's not there.
Yeah, they made it too obvious. They double
Such low
flashed.
HP with Valen ready on the angle.
They
No
still
smokes.
connected 2 flashes and they still go for it. And Valen just sat there waiting for what we'll never know. Icy at least has a strong angle here from A Heaven.
And he must even this up. He must be the man to hit the
Oh
shot.
no, they
Forces him
got
off the
drone.
wide. He might have to repost.
Nice
He
shot,
gets
this guy's
there.
sight
ATA falls
is
and then he
eating a
backs
lot of
away.
U-tilt.
Smoke in the
That
way.
was sick.
But here comes Jonah, getting involved from the side itself. Anchoring is sublime. And Melser down to 4 after that exchange with Valen needs to make something
4
happen
HP.
alongside Heat. No spike plant, but the numbers are even. Crew, their destiny's in their hands.
Only
It's
4
blank,
HP
it's
from
all.
Melser. This shock darts. One stray Odin bullet could take him down.
Standing.
And it finds him, it's just Heat in a 1v2.
Oh, nicely done, dude.
Get one
Jonah P
back.
did good on site. Maybe
And we're gonna run this back again.
maybe too obvious with the flashes, but I'm not sure that's his fault there.
Element of the team, the rock for G2, backside great anchoring. Icy, he had
Yeah,
to
Icy
get
hit a
kill
big shot.
on that
They
entry.
scored
Had
1,
to.
right?
If
Trent
he's
got 2.
forced off that angle, if the smoke comes down and they get into the site, apply all the pressure to just Jonah, and then he's forced to retake with an off, that's basically round over.
That's beautiful. That's what we needed to see from G2 to keep this game going. A cure for hypertension, hey Josh? That's the life of a coach, buddy.
4 players from G2 now gathered up towards B
Back
main.
Odin.
Often like to apply a lot of pressure here.
Oh my
early.
God.
Take the
Yeah,
control
they got him.
and then fall off. Work the rest of the map. Play those slow attack rounds that they're known for.
Case been suppressed briefly here. And Leaf taking it a bit of a different
Yeah,
approach.
Shy
to it
does
now.
his
And
alarm
this
ball
is
over
so
to.
Crew, just facing from
Yeah, they went for the same thing.
The torrent does the work for
They
him.
went for the same thing.
Set up for
Now
time to take
Leaf needs
contact,
some
and
help.
again, finally, he starts to establish control of mid. Trent,
That's
double
so
swing off of it.
stupid.
The spray is very good though. Shy is
I've never seen the
looping
spam
away.
the opposite way back.
He didn't get that kill. It was a great opportunity for Trent.
Yeah, they got double
G2 going to
mollies,
try to
though.
accelerate,
Oh,
get
good
into
timing
the
on the
site,
molly
do
pop.
so for free.
No one posted up at Heaven. No chance for Keslet or someone similar to take that early push. He's going to try and spray here.
God, I thought that could have
Surprisingly,
been
not very much
everything.
damage. Gen protected G2 for the most part. Aldrone sees
Spike
nothing.
planted.
Recon backed up with a flash, hoping to ping some of these G2 players, but they're all hiding. 2 in hell, 1 behind Gen is. We see Jonah look over towards that tree direction. Quick cloud burst there, but somehow Jonah falls to the shorty shot. Now Icy and Valen can come alive though. And they've got a main cover. Decent setup for G2 in the post plant now, but it's going to be a trade. It's just Icy. He dashes
Oh my god, that was nice, dude. Shy just kind of realized. He was like, hold up, I can just tap the spike here, and we got no one that can duel me. They got to get out of their positions.
Sides that are popping off. That was about to be the most, and it still
Quinja, thank you with the prime man. Appreciate the 5 months.
They love going for plays like this.
To dink into the turret.
One player facing Cat at the same time, and it was Shy. Pushed down, found that trade. Trent's gonna be kicking himself that he didn't get the retrade.
Oh, what a shot.
Shy. Tagged up, had the Odin spraying through the wall. Could have gotten into the 4v3. It won't happen. And now the side swapped. Icy, again, eyes on him with that blast cannon operator. It paid off on their previous. Will it pay off again?
Just takes one sometimes. He'll be posted up in mid. A different look. Normally he takes an operator over towards tree and holds that cubby angle.
0 point. Catches out Melser in A main. And he'll be falling off. As crew gather towards B. That turret is actually going to go down to a nice placed molly from Shy.
Now drone in.
They have knife on site. Knife close wall that would stop this
now trying
drone.
to make his way through B main. That's going to force him to turn tail for
And
a
did
time.
really good to see numbers here.
He still wants it. He wants to fight so bad. Dashes into his own cloud burst now, pushing it over towards stairs.
Ooh.
Are they going to be ready for this? Ping out the player.
Oh no, Icy had no idea.
At least it's good for the trade though. And
What
through
the-
the smoke, it's Leap extracting MTA.
What is that
and
kill
now
from
Crew in
Leap?
disarray. Down to 2. Spike was picked up at speed weight here. But they're definitely worse for wear. Shy. A gambit.
Oh.
Over towards market. It pays off. He's able to deal with Leap. And he had a timing there, but he can't quite convert. The 2 versus 2. Flash over the top here. And now it's just heat.
30 seconds left.
Fakes a couple plants, but G2 far too canny for that. They see him, they
Just
bring
went
him
back to the
down.
spam ball. We go again on
We're
this.
gonna head to a 29.
And that is just the difficulty
Switching
of
sides.
taking that B site away from Trent. He's so consistent there. That is just, it's his site. Those are his angles. He is so strong back there. Jonah does a nice job picking up that
Are you
angle
talking about
and
Jenny when they
spawn
planted
as soon
Jenny?
as
Yeah,
the
they
smoke
planted because he was
fades.
spamming from door there, right?
They're so fast as a team, G2, to spill back into the site
That
together,
guy is
fight
not
together
impressed,
there.
man.
Tooth and Claw have G2 been fighting to stay in this. Always seems to be Crew defending first in this overtime, starting with that round win. MTA sees much there, as Leaf is playing pretty passively out towards B lobby.
And that owl drone just catching the KJ really doesn't give a lot of information. It's so standard for the KJ to just monitor B main passively like that with
The guy pretty
the
far
turret
back.
on the roof there.
Oh, that is.
Wishful thinking, gets it, actually takes a stray bullet there as he jump peeks down mid. Now G2, it's a pretty lightly held tree here. In fact, yes, he just gives it
It's
up.
2-person
Doesn't
hold.
wanna face it
Melzer
on his
has no
own.
flash
Falls back to the
anymore.
site with Melzer.
He has double flash and knife.
Shocks. Okay. Give him a bit of a tickle. Melzer, no swings that left-hand side. It's going to be traded. He tries for
Oh,
one
yeah,
as well,
dude.
but Lee
He needed
doubles
to use
down.
way more util before they got
Fallon
this
has an
deep up.
A-main position, but is concerned about a flank right now. It's
Spike
Keston from
planted.
upper and Tooth from tree here for Crew.
Oh,
And here's that lockdown.
they gotta go
Gonna
now.
force the issue.
Oh,
The spray though, it's good.
okay,
MTA knew
close.
exactly where to look. Keston sees it up! And G2 lose a player. Now again, they have to play from hell. This time though, they're good for it. Shy forced to drop down to the 1 versus 2, and they are grouped up. How do you win this, Shy? Bit of spray. But the fear have gotten him. 1. Can he find the second?
Okay, very nicely done on this from G2.
But G2 convert, and Valen was waiting the whole time.
Never revealed himself in A main.
Yeah, I
there
think
on that
maybe he
split.
had to use some util here.
A lot of mid presence shown from G2 into that
I guess they just got caught off.
A-side split
Position-wise.
through the tree. Got there with no trouble at all, and Leaf stepping up with massive impact kills. It's been a quiet series for the G2 star so far, but stepping up in one of these crucial OT rounds to find the entry and even pick off the trading anchor in this site. That's so nice from him.
This time around, Keston is not jump spotting mid. I imagine if we go back. Icy as well, we know him to want to play from tree. And he'll be there. Again, no glass cannon operator, very much just going for the rifle here.
Look at how active Trent is at just being this thorn in the side of anyone who wants to dare press up into B main. The Odin spam never stops. There's shocks coming in. As soon as that drone was heard, shock for the drone. So the
And they think they created a question mark over towards B main. Brent insta-clears this one.
Right now. They're not quite sure how to
They
set
can,
up over on A.
They can
Icy's
hold
gonna
the
be forced
3
back by
towards
these
A
smokes, so
pretty
there's no
strong.
heaven pressure, no angle posted up for G2. So they're full retake mode right now.
Everyone on
This is the
site.
first OT round where Icy has actually bought a Vandal on the defensive
Hey, who is
side.
this?
It's
Oh, they're
going to be
playing
good for this
aggro.
retake, much better than an AWP. First from Jonah.
MTA living dangerously.
I don't know if
real
he can
dangerously
stick up
in
there.
heaven. Flash out now towards grass. Nobody from KRU shows up. We are in a post plan here. G2 do need to act. It's MTA. He can't hold it down. Leap runs him into the ground. He wants to push up here. It's going to be Melzer and Shy. Verse 4. They've got to find the timing. That's a good one. There's still 2 players set up on Heaven and Shy trying to go for a wild swing. He gets it.
Whoa.
Has to
Oh my god,
intercept.
I thought for a second there he isolated him. Okay, G2, hang on. Dude, what a map this was.
Very much on the table.
Clinging on to life. Barely are G2
Yeah,
on their
very,
map.
very close.
Never would have thought it would have been that